Well, my name is Christopher, and this is my fiance Veronica. We just got
Hi.
engaged.
I cannot believe it.
This is basically our introduction video to a segment on my YouTube called
The
I don't
van life, maybe.
maybe
I
I
don't
don't know.
know.
We don't know what we're gonna name it yet. But basically, to kind of describe what we want to do with this segment, it's kind of like a life-changing decision that both of us have made, and kind of like really are inspired into kind of like pursuing our dreams with traveling and just having fun. The ultimate goal is just to have fun, make some photographs, make some vlogs, and just live life to the fullest.
Yeah, it's really just gonna be an adventure. I know that a lot of people, when they do their van series or when they're planning on remodeling a van, they plan on living in it and only living in the van. We wanted to do something a little bit different because he has different career aspirations than I do, which are both completely fine, but we support each other 100%. So we want to remodel the van for him and I to take trips. Sometimes when I plan on becoming an FBI special agent. So the traveling will be a little bit limited for me at first, but I'm completely open to him going off by himself, chasing his dreams while I'm still in school. And then whenever I get the chance, then I would be joining him in that. So yeah, that's what we plan on doing.
You're probably thinking like, what the heck? That sounds extremely expensive. Yes, it's gonna be an investment. This is why we're gonna take you on the adventure, because we're just regular people and we are just trying to make it and save up for this, and we're gonna bring you on the whole entire process of how to get it. So our first step was getting engaged.
Getting engaged.
And then our second step is actually making the decision. So this video is kind of like, we're gonna do it. Let's do this.
Yeah, it all happened super spur of the moment. We decided just recently. I don't know what sparked it. I mean, it's something that we've talked about for a long time. Getting the van, because obviously it looks amazing. Everybody, or so many people want to do it. So many people are doing it more now these days. So we drove by the dealership and we were like, let's just go. Like, let's go take a look at one. That was really like the start off point or the jump off point for us. Since then, we have paid off all of our debt, every single penny.
Whew, man.
Which was a big step. But for us, we just, he suggested it. I was thinking that we should pay off just like the majority of it, but he was like, well, we have the money to do so, so we should. And then that will just allow our space and our budget to be able to put in more time into the van, put in more money into the van, more than we had initially planned. That's what we just did just a couple nights ago. We're currently in communication with somebody from the dealership and hoping just for everything to just kind of start rolling at this point.
Yeah, so when we went to go see the van, it was like a reality check. It's like right in front of you. And what we really want to get is not the 1500, because the 1500 is pretty small.
Too small.
Yeah, too small. So we were looking at the 2500, and we're looking to put an office, a bed, some solar, and obviously some storage, and for sure a bathroom, and rotating swivel chairs. So that sounds like a crazy deal, but it's
Keep in mind that we don't know how to do any of this.
not at all.
But
Yeah.
what inspired me, I was a little discouraged at first because I'm thinking, like, you see all of these things on Instagram all the time, these people on YouTube who are renovating these vans. I have no idea what their background is. I don't know if they're carpenters, if this is something that they do for a living, if they've hired out for all of these projects. So when I reached out to them, they said that they had no idea about how to do any of that stuff either. So that was surprising to me, but it made me a lot more hopeful for us to be able to do it. And yeah, luckily I have an electrician for an uncle, which I think was going to be the hardest part of all of that. Insulation was something that we were thinking about hiring out for, because just to make sure that it's done right. I mean, we may as well make sure that we keep it cool and keep it warm in there for wherever it is that we're traveling.
Especially putting a fan. I guess that's the first thing that you're supposed to do when getting these types of vans is getting a fan so you could
A
breathe in
ventilator
it.
fan,
Yeah,
yeah.
a ventilator fan. So I mean, we really are, you know, we've been putting a little bit of education into our brains by looking up for some inspo, talking to other people
Lot
that
of
have
inspo.
done this, but 80% of this, we don't know what we're doing, and we're just gonna learn on the way. I mean, when I bought my first camera, I didn't know what the heck I was doing, and I made it happen. So,
I mean, something too that we've learned over the years is that you have to make yourself uncomfortable in order to. I mean, sometimes you just jump right into change. You can't always prepare 100% for everything. I think that we have done a lot to kind of put a lot of ideas in our mind to prepare a little bit for what we're going to be doing, but once we get it, we're going to figure it out. You
yeah,
know?
for sure. And then I've talked to so many people that have done this while on my own travels. I've bumped into people with like the crazy Sprinter vans, which those are like $80,000, and I asked them, what best advice can you give me? And they all say the same thing, and they say, expect failure. How you expect this van is going to be in the beginning is not the way it's going to happen, and things are you're going to break down on the road. Something bad's going to happen, and you're going to learn how to fix it there and then.
Exactly.
We're on the step of going and talking to the dealers, and once we do that, we're going to show you step by step. This is going to be not an overnight process, not a couple months. This is going to be a long process, and ultimately we want to get the van brand new to have 0 miles on it and only use it for traveling. Once we renovate it, we do what we want, go around the US, Canada, Mexico, hopefully after this pandemic, and sell it, start all over, and just build our way up. You know,
Do it again.
This is one thing that we've always thought that was cool, and we want to, it fits both of our aspirations. We love to travel, we love to see sunrises, we love to see sunsets.
These beautiful places. As we get older, we love the outdoors. We love being outside. We're not the people that we used to be are not the people that we are anymore, and we're just finding out new things about ourselves, and which is why we were just ready for this huge change in our lives. So this is gonna be our journey while we're engaged, preparing for our wedding, doing the van.
It's so crazy. So this is episode 1, chapter 1.
Intro.
The van life.
We'll update you on the name.
All right, so we'll see you on the next one, which is going and checking out vans and talking to the dealers and doing all the paperwork and signing stuff. So let's do this.